Are we going to be doing it into that camera, or do you want us to do it? Okay.
I'm Petra.
And I am Miles.
And we've
been together for 3 years. Our first date, I remember I was going to take her to see What the Bleep Do We Know?
A couple miles up the road, there was this clearing.
It was under the I-95 off-ramp. I remember carrying you down from the car. And
I remember at first I was like, "Why? I don't want to be carried."
Right, but then I kept carrying.
And then I finally gave into that, and I realized, oh, okay.
There's a weird thing that humans do where when they're being carried, they can actually tense up and kind of carry themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
And I have a background as well in contact improv. So I was carrying her, and I noticed, I could see, at first I didn't know, I was like, oh, she's really light. And I saw the tendons in her neck, like this.
Oh my God.
Really all tense up, and I was like, I know what she's doing. She doesn't trust me.
And then in that moment, if you carry me and really feeling you supporting my weight, and really supporting my history, and you just telling me, shh, right in my ear, and then...
That's when I laid you down, I stared at you, and I removed her camisole.
And then there was another camisole.
Another one underneath, I removed that one. I noticed she had goosebumps on her skin. And I said, are you cold? And she said, no, I'm moved.
Yeah.
Call me square, but I just love traditional missionary. And I'm not afraid of that being a standard for people, whatever that is. We have a relationship that it goes beyond societal boundaries.
Right. So we can enjoy missionary from a political stance. We don't allow it to kind of enact us. We do missionary. Missionary doesn't inform dinner conversations the way that they're structured.
I like being watched.
We've listed a couple friends.
Yeah.
To kind of play with.
Who was the first person that watched us?
Margaret, a friend of ours. We took her to dinner and we said, okay, we sat her down.
We did not warn her, which might have been a mistake.
No, I think it was better because she would not have said yes to the dinner if we had told her.
No, exactly.
So we had dinner, and then we loosened up a little bit, and then we finally asked her, and she immediately said no. And so we had to kind of coax her.
Regroup.
And
I said, I have to go to the bathroom. And
and then I kind of talked, and then we and then I was like, I have to go to the bathroom, and then we kind of switched, and so we each had a moment alone with her. And then finally, she gave into it, and so we brought her back to the house, and it was one of the most thrilling sexual experiences I've ever had. I came almost instantly.
I didn't come.
We both have a background in mask work, and so we used to always make masks, and above our bed there's kind of an arc of masks and kind of one for each mood. We went a little too deep into mask work, and we had to kind of pull back from that.
Yeah, the mask work was bleeding into our everyday lives, into our non-sexual lives. We actually, at one point, were eating breakfast.
We were waking up and putting them on.
I mean, it's not like we came out of bed and we were waking up, putting the mask on.
Yeah, and then engaging verbally. I wanted to go outside wearing the mask once, and he said no.
And I had to grab her. I remember she was going out of the house
to meet friends,
to meet close friends, and I grabbed her arm. I said, Petra.
And then he whipped me around and just kind of, not super forceful, but just the force of that, sort of the mask moved a little bit, and then my eye was exposed.
Yeah.
And I thought, I need to look at him again, not through the mask.
Exactly.
There was one mask in particular that I was very tied to that was kind of a cone, kind of just a cone shape. And I related to it strongly. I couldn't come without it for a while, and then I wanted to be in it all the time. And then I sort of eased my way out of it, and eventually, of course, set it on fire with him, and I don't need it anymore.
We have a chart in our room with it's just a 2-pronged chart. We've listed our greatest insecurities, and we look at them every morning. We read them out loud every morning.
Sometimes I'll read his, he'll read mine to me.
Exactly. I have to make sure that I'm actually positioned towards the list so that I can read them
it
off as
yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's amazing what happens in the moment of coming. You're so available in a way that you aren't available in your daily life.
But you're also very shut off.
You're also incredibly
shut off. So it's like a tunnel. I like to think of it as a tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. A tunnel has 2 openings. It's a small kind of tunnel-like atmosphere, but there are openings. I, of course, was in a tunnel. I was trapped in a tunnel for almost 2 weeks. I've had to do a lot of aggressive immersion therapy in tunnels, and we'll actually experience something where I'll come one side and I'll be running into the tunnel feeling that no one's there. He appears, runs toward me, we run toward each other at top speed in the tunnel. And then eventually, we leave the tunnel.
Yeah.
Together.
Hey. Buddy. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. Stay in my chest. And can we turn the camera off? And I want the wide off. I need both off. Gotta stay for a few more minutes, okay? Got a couple more questions to ask. What are you scared of? What are you scared of?
I don't know.
Are you scared of the cameras?
No.
What can I do?
No. Okay, I'm better. I feel better.
I'm sorry, everyone.
She's ready to start again? Sometimes.
We employ toys.
Yes.